Alright guys, now we're gonna go over how to do a floor using our Floorgenerator tool, which is a free plugin. If you can do some stuff with the free plugin, usually tiling and wooden like wooden floors. Now if you download the full version, it's like $20 about, or it might be euros, but it's still a pretty good purchase for that much. So I'm just gonna show you how to use it. It's pretty easy. It'll work on a polygon, like a plane like I have here, right? So we're gonna create it on that, or it can also work on a shape. So if you have like a rectangle, it'll work on that too. So to do this, to apply it, let's line these up. I'm just gonna pick that and align tool to this on the Z. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Let's just side by side about there. Okay. So let's first do it on a plane. So we're gonna click on that and we're gonna go to modifier. And I have it already here, Floorgenerator. So as soon as you apply it, you're gonna see on your model it did these wooden floor like cuts on the plane. Now right now they're 83 feet. They're still on my 6 feet, and the width you can do a 6 inches, right? And you pretty much get a wooden floor almost done. And the good thing about these is when you apply a multi-texture mapping on here, it'll apply one image per plank, right? So it won't look stretched. So it's a pretty good tool. So going over the settings here, grout length here, we're gonna put that at 0, just because wooden floors do not have a grout line. And here the offset, you can leave it at 20 if you want. I like 40%. 40 or 50 looks good in my opinion. And now we have the extrusion. Let's zoom in here. Oops, where'd it go? All right, so that if I increase it, this makes it thicker. And the bevel is just gonna mess with this little angle, angular section here. See, it goes up. Oh, I like to put it at 0.1. Just for render. It gives you that nice little highlight that you sometimes get depending on what kind of floor you use. And the extrude, I put it at 0.1 as well, right? And just with that, you have a nice wooden floor. Let's do a little change here so we can see the lines on there a little better. There we go. Now by that same token, I can always, using the same approach, I can do a tile floor here, right? So if I pick this one here, I want to go Floorgenerator, right? So it keeps the last settings of the previous floor that you created, right? So this, let's do 2 feet, and let's scroll down to max width by 2 feet, and the offset, you can do 0 offset, and you can do a grout line. Now the grout line, let's do it at let's see, a quarter of an inch. It's 0.25 inches, right? And then you have a grout line. Now when you do a render, you want to make sure you have a plane underneath that, or else you're gonna get some light coming in through there. It's gonna look weird. So the best thing to do would be to clone that floor. So if I have it selected like I do here, I want to go tools, edit, clone as a copy, say okay. And then since I already have 2 there, see if I move one to the side, there's the other one. So I can just get rid of the Floorgenerator on that, so it'll be a plane again. So that can act as our actually, since it's a plane, we have to, yeah, so we're gonna give that rectangle edit poly, so it has some geometry that the renderer will see. And let's make it black so it jumps out from the tile. Oops, I picked the wrong one. I should have picked the plane. Make that black, and we can make the floor, we'll give it a white material just so we can see our grout line. And then you have a grout line and your tile, right? So with the free version, that's about the only kind of floors you can create. Now if you get the full version, it gives you a little more options. So let's pick that floor here. I'm gonna make a copy of it. Okay, now if I go back to the settings, see here, floor pattern standard. Right, let's pick let's do hexagons. I'm afraid to do a herringbone because sometimes you have to be careful with it. If you have a big space, it tends to slow down the computer. So here we got hexagon, and the hexagon is pretty much the same as our tile flooring over here. Let's put it over here. So you have your grout line, your extrusion here, your bevel is here, and if we go back to the bottom, you can rotate it, let's say 45 degrees. You can rotate all the floors with the free version also. So if I go back to the tile floor and I go down to rotation 45, let's rotate it 45, let's put it back to 0. And let's do the grout size here. So if I make it bigger, got a big grout size, let's do it by 3 feet. Let's do 2 feet hexagon. See, there you go. And then let's copy this, and then we'll do the herringbone, which is pretty easy. Just pick herringbone from the drop down. We have a herringbone there. And the settings are pretty much the same as this one here. It has an extrusion, width, length, and then copy, and we'll do a chevron. There you go. Have a chevron and the herringbone on the side here, right? So we're gonna work with the wooden floor, so I'm gonna delete that. My camera view, and there's my wooden floor inside my room. I think I should make that grout line a little bit smaller. Actually, the bevel down to 130 seconds. All right, now if we want to apply a texture to this, we have to do a multi-texture, which is another plugin that you can get from the same place where you would get Floorgenerator. They're both there. They're both free. And yeah, so if you want to go ahead and download that, and then you can follow along the next tutorial so I can show you how to apply material to that wooden floor.